It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and there's no love lost between these NFC South foes. It's the Panthers and the Bucs under the
We are just a few miles from the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. Tonight, it's our first Monday night game of the new season, and we've got a good one coming up, as it'll be the Carolina Panthers taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, a new season finally here. We had the great one Thursday night, all sorts of intrigue in the games yesterday, and now we put a bow on this first weekend with a good one here tonight.
We do put a spotlight on key games, don't we? Even key nights. Thursday night has become a spotlight night. How about Sunday night? But there still is some magic to playing on Monday night, and these two teams are feeling it.
Here's the punter, Jake Camarda, set to do the honors, and off we go now from Tampa. Drive. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
What's the deal, y'all?
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Another run with Sanders. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. To throw, Young. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, that's not the way you want to start. A first pass attempt and a first drop all in one.
Well, you've got plenty of time to make up for it, but obviously not the way you want to get things started. Got to shake that off and get going.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. And he'll take it just outside the 40. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by their quarterback now in his 3rd season in the league.
And what an incredible athlete with a cannon for an arm. And he's drawing comparisons to some of the best mobile QBs the league has ever seen. In addition, this is a young man who's learned from his mistakes. Prepares really well each and every time now. And he's got an opportunity to blossom in this system.
2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
First carry now for A.J. Dillon. And they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, just the last thing you want to see here in the first quarter of a new season. Hopefully nothing serious. We'll step aside for a moment. They run again with Dillon. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Willis's throw complete to Otten. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. Pretty solid opening opening drive here, Charles. They worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want.
Willis takes a hit and the ball is free. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. Young. Short throw underneath to Hurst. Only able to gain a couple there. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. They'll come to the line here, needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Young on 3rd down. A throw right side here going to be incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Now Willis on 1st and 10. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. In for the sack, Deion Jones.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Now an option play on 2nd down. Shoves him away. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll try and run for the first with Dillon. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Now we're going to get a timeout. Here's we've got an injured Buccaneer. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A first carry for Rashad White. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That's good for a Buccaneer first, to pick up of 12 yards. In motion right, Peoples-Jones. Dillon now on 1st and 10. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 9. 2nd down. Willis looks to throw here. And that'll be complete to Dillon. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 36. A nice pickup of 17 yards.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield. But as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in the open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body, because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up a first down.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Now Willis. Dancing to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Call it a loss of 5. A big sack to bring up 3rd down. And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center.
Nice call by the defense there on third down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The possession of the football goes over to Carolina. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
Second down, Young. He's got his 6'5" receiver. That's Tim Patrick. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago. Here's 3rd and 7. Now here's Young. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A big gain of 39 on 3rd.
It's got to feel good to hit on one of these in the first quarter of a brand new season. They're hoping this duo can really make some noise this year. And this is a great start. A big play here early in the ball game.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Now Young. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll throw again. Young. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
And Young's throw there incomplete. The Bucs defense stiffens and pushes this to 4th down. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
They'll start on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Willis saw the option to the right. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. 3rd down, it's Willis. That is caught. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Drives and making sure you finish with points. And that's a good throw there for a first down.
First down, here's White. They juked him. He'll get it up near midfield to the 49 before being taken down. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was nice pickup. 10 yards and a first down on the keeper.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
Offensive line wasn't set. There's the flag, and 5 yards back they go.
Quarterback has to look around and make sure that his team is ready to go. Sometimes the quarterbacks go faster than is necessary.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Willis headed left off the option. And the ball is knocked out.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
On third down, here's Dillon. And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. 10 yards there and a bucket.
The offensive line, they seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's given us too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
3-3, a tight one after one on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football as they've got it second down and 11. Second down, here's Willis. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6. 2 third down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with fourth down. Cameron Dicker on now to try the field goal. From the right hash, this from 33. And his kick is good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. So we're trading first half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. Got a 6-3 game.
Dan, I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
The Carolina off go. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
On the last 2 plays, they've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.